Greetings, angels. It's Intuitive Jacob back, and we're going to do a crescent reading that is focusing on healing messages. The crescent itself is going to be 7 cards that are depicted with La Vera Sibilla Italiana. I'm pulling 7, 1 for the past, 1 for the present, 1 for the near future, 1 for our internal world, 1 for our external influences, 1 that'll give us an idea of what to do to maintain a certain course of action, and the 7th one will give us a really good idea of what potential developments can be over the next fortnight. So it's going to be approximately 2 weeks, although I'll never encourage you to be weak. I'm going to say the next 2 strong. And in addition to that, I will be pulling a card from the Romance Angels for those of you that might also want a lens on potential romantic situations going on. Make sure you check your moon and your rising with me. I'm actually more of a moon-driven reader myself, so I hear from many of my clients that they get many of their messages from the moon readings that I offer, so I'm highly going to recommend that. If you're looking for more detailed information, hit me up at artoflove.me. I can do a personal private reading for you with just your information. And if not, I hope these messages are helpful for you. If so, I really appreciate your thumbs ups, and those of you that have supported my channel and commented, liked, and subscribed, thank you so much for that. Really appreciate that. And especially those of you who have trusted me with your private readings. Much appreciated, and catch you on the inside of your reading. Hey, what's going on, Gemini? Getting through your shuffle here. I keep hearing the word rooted. I don't know if somebody was like rooting for you, or if this is like a root chakra need, but I think some of y'all might have been rooted, and hearing that that word might be important. I'm gonna recommend root chakra work. Maybe look into meditations you can do, and I'm gonna do this shuffle and speed this one up, and then I'll be right back with the reading. What's up, Gemini? Okay, we're back, ready to lay your cards out here after shuffling. You've got your past, present, near future, internal life, external world, what to do to keep things on a certain path, and how a situation's going to develop. Alright, so, wow, okay, so I'm hearing for some of y'all, this is just like, it's almost like coming of age. They're saying it's like, some of you are experiencing a rebirth, I'm hearing, but it's like, it's taking you back to just feeling like your young, vibrant, gorgeous self. And they're telling me it's like 5 years old, not like 5 years ago, but like 5 years old, like that sense of play. And I'm hearing it's like some new energy that walked into your life, and whatever had you hooked before, I'm hearing it's like weird past. And they're saying it's like the brother lover. It sounds really fucked up. Not the brother lover, but it's like the guy who's like your bro, but he was like, you know, like maybe like a lover, and some weird hook he might have had on some of you all, and just like letting that shit go. And as soon as it happened, it was like something special came through. And I'm hearing, if you guys haven't had that happen yet, I'm hearing it's going to happen. I'm hearing it's going to happen. I'm hearing it's right here. And they're showing me the 5 and the 83 and the 42. They're saying all those numbers might have something to do with you. You'll know if that's true or not. Gemini, I'm going to go ahead and flip your past card and see what's showing up here for you. L'amante. That's one of the lovers on the deck there. This one might even sing you a song. So, this guy here, L'amante, this is a Cups card. Most likely, if this, especially if this is like a love that's been around, he is most likely got some kind of water in his chart, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, but I'm hearing Virgo for some reason for some of you all. This Lamante, he's a singer or a performer of some kind in some cases, and he's somebody who you actually would want. This is like a requited love situation. And I'm hearing for some of you all, it's like somebody who's been on the woodwork. Like he's been around, like maybe around your area or your house or like wherever you're working. It could be like a colleague or something, and it doesn't have to be like right in the vicinity, but they're saying he's kind of like in your vicinity. And I'm hearing maybe you didn't notice him before as much because you were like too busy with whoever that was. And I'm hearing for some of y'all, it's like, GTFO, dude, not even thinking about you because that's the one I want. And they're showing him in the past, but it's like now you have time for him is what I'm hearing. Okay, let's see what's going on in the present situation, Gemini. Okay, so Messaggere in reversi, and I'm hearing for some of you all, it's that message you didn't send. And realizing that you didn't send it, it's like, I don't know if it's just like pending, like maybe you're here trying to find out if this guy is legit, and it's like, okay, I know how to show up for this one and you haven't yet. But I'm hearing for some of y'all, it's like, you might have been waiting to hear something that never happened to, and I'm hearing it might have to do with whoever this guy is, that it's like, he's your bro and he's like there all the time, but kind of keeping you at a distance, or it's like, yeah, whatever, you know, he's there when it's convenient and then he's not there. And I'm hearing for some of you all, okay, so Viaggio was showing up underneath that too. Underneath this Allegrezza al cuore, happiness at the heart card, we're seeing this Viaggio. I'm hearing for some of you all, you just want to get up and go somewhere. Maybe he doesn't live that close. I'm hearing for some of y'all, he might be a colleague or someone in like, they're saying it's like an adjacent field. It's like you guys are somehow connected. He's around, but I keep hearing the word woodwork. So I don't know, someone in the woodwork, and maybe why you might be willing to leave that thing behind and take a step in this other direction. So for some of you, I'm hearing that this Messaggere card is upside down because you actually want to make travel arrangements and maybe even, you know, do something in person, but it hasn't happened yet. Although it's like showing up in your present like it could. Things could be slow right now too, Gemini, just because Mercury retro fucked, you know? Sometimes things just get a little slow. So let's see what's going on here in your near future. Disperato per gelosia. So maybe you want to hear this, maybe you don't. I'm hearing that El Capitan over here, maybe the one who knows how to hold you when it's convenient for him, might be getting jealous. Especially if you're making plans, or I'm hearing if this has to do with what you might be doing without him, her, them, other, know your own genders in your story, might be pretty much obvious. It might be showing up. And I'm hearing for some of you all too, like, don't take this the wrong way, because I'm hearing this might also be like cross communication. Okay, like you might hear something that is not the message that you wanted to hear. And I'm hearing for some of y'all, it's like, it might be some weird jealous communication. It doesn't mean that it's going to make you jealous, but I hear for some of you all, it might be some jealous communication. It could come forward too, especially if somebody doesn't like that you've moved on with your life. And sometimes that happens. Sometimes people are real catty like that, and this one's just showing up underneath here. Consolante sorpresa. This is a little bit of a relief card for somebody. This is something that somebody will like pull up out of the dirt and be like, oh wow, that's a nice trinket to find today. And sometimes that might be what it is to get confirmation about who's jealous and why, and I hear some of y'all needed to know that, because it's like, especially if you were dealing with a nitwit or somebody that was kind of stringing you along, and I'm hearing they kind of got away with it, because it's like they had this certain position in your life, you know, where it's like, yeah, we're connected like this, I'm your bro, I'm your friend, whatever, and you know, we can have this benefit together sometimes, and then it just kind of keeps going. And I'm hearing for some of you all, it's been like, get it together, guy. And he doesn't, you know, it's like he kind of does, and it's like back and forth, and just wanting a new freaking dance partner. And wouldn't it be nice if he got the message that was for him and not for you, that you might not be so interested anymore, because maybe you have the time for somebody who is like around but not, and what you might be willing to do, where you might be willing to go. And I think it could happen. You know, I'm seeing this like shy woman that gets admired a lot pointing behind her, and it's like she's pointing to somebody who left their house. And so for some of you all, you're being bold about something. Good for you. All right, so cautionary notes on this too. I mean, I can't rule out the fact that some of you, especially if you might be cross-watching my Geminis here, might be expecting information that doesn't come. Maybe hearing about somebody's relationship that doesn't make you happy because you weren't the party involved, and surprise, you're jealous. Okay, so let's move on from there, because that's near future. Let's see what your inner life actually is looking like here. Gemini, this is sometimes truth coming out. Denari is a safe. It's like a vault where the money is and where things, secrets can be locked and kept up. Sometimes this is stuff to deal with people's family finances and things that they don't always talk about openly to other people. Could be the reason why people would maybe be jealous too, especially if truths are coming out. And I'm hearing for some of you, it's like money just becoming available, or resources becoming available that maybe were locked up and guarded in private that you couldn't get your hands on, that now that they're available will make this easier to turn around, especially if you needed a message to go straight, or you were trying to buy travel arrangements or tickets to go see somebody, because we see somebody taking a trip in some cases here, and like leaving the house. So I'm hearing for somebody, two different messages. Somebody lost their house and somebody else got their house paid for. You're just gonna have to know which one you are. But I'm hearing some people might be jealous for whatever that is. And there's a real strong indication on that. And this jealous guy has been showing up a little bit. You might want to check some of the other readings and just see who you're dealing with. But I'm hearing Taurus on this one. You might have Taurus in your chart. You might be dealing with a Taurus, but I'm hearing that somebody's jealous big time about who is not involved and who's not accepting somebody's hand and taking somebody else's hand. Let's see what the external world is looking like. So a reunion that didn't happen. La Reunion. So somebody is definitely jealous about what they're not getting here. That doesn't have to be you, but it could be, especially if you have somebody who's been trying to grab you from behind and like acting like, you know, they can be in your life just because they have some kind of nepotism with you, or what they perceive as a certain position where they're rooted. But I kept hearing rooted, and keep seeing somebody all dressed in this red here and being like, I got your hand. I'm hearing for some of you all, this reunion card is external to you for a reason, that it's like a relationship that you haven't reached out for yet, and that it's like some of you just need to know that if you were waiting to reach out to somebody who might be kind of in the recent past, that is like sort of lovely and just being there is what I'm hearing. It's like they're just there in a cool way. That this is kind of like your pending card. That it's like, hey, your pending communication, if you send it, if you go forward with this, might turn the situation around. And why, you know, you might be willing to take a step, especially if you've been thinking about taking a trip somewhere, leaving your home, spending some money that's now available, and maybe speaking up if this is you being this admirable, lovely person here that sometimes needs to find their own voice and speak up. And you don't have trouble with that, Gemini. It's like when you have something to say and you really want to say it, I mean, you can be very vocal, but I hear for some of you it's like you might have left some kind of person behind that's still there, because they're showing up in like the near future too, as like the jealous, like looking all around, trying to figure out what they can do, and sometimes being like, I'm crazy without you, and putting on some weird show because it's like, how can you leave me behind kind of stuff, you know. And it might not be so like, because I hear the way they do it is sort of like it's passive aggressive is what I'm hearing. It's like not like, oh, I need you, I love you, I'm gonna be crazy without you, but it's like, you know, just reminding you how much you've needed them for things in the past and how they're always there for you. And it's like, oh, and now woe is me kind of stuff. And I'm hearing they know how to lay it on real thick, and that root chakra work is going to be really good. I'm seeing all this red, and I'm seeing that whoever this guy is, especially if he's like your sexy, hunky, like artistic guy that's maybe been around somewhere or like in the vicinity somewhere, it's like something about him really feels grounded for you, like in a good way, where it's like, I'm hearing he helps you keep your feet on the ground, and you might not even talk to him that much, is what I'm hearing, is the weird thing. And it's just like, how do I get you back in my life? And I'm hearing for some of you, it's like, okay, do I take this step? Do I send this message? And for some of you all, the answer is hell yeah. For others, it's like, you might want to wait a little bit longer, because I'm hearing for some of you, you need to know that he might have some weird people attached to him too, is what I'm hearing. And yeah, let's see if we can get a little bit more information on that, because our what to do card will sometimes give us some more information. Wow, so we've got Lamonte. Guess who she is? She's the other lover. She's the one that's like, hi, you're my perfect match. And they're like, hi, you know, so he's like here singing, and she's like, oh my God, this is a good match. And the problem is, sometimes there's a problem with this. Sometimes all she can do is look, because she's shy to speak up. This woman often will hide her feelings. She doesn't know what to say. And I'm hearing though, she might be willing to throw some caution to the wind on this one though, especially if she sees that he's worth it. And so I'm hearing for some of you all, it's like, you might not want to hear this, especially if you're the Gemini female that's like, I don't want to be the first one. I don't want to be the first one. Well, you're the one who's got the message over your head that hasn't been sent. And I'm hearing for some of y'all, it's like you're looking at your phone, or you're like looking at something, you're like, what do I say? And I'm hearing just keep it light. You know, you don't have to say too much, especially if this is somebody that helps you feel grounded. I'm hearing it's like little things you guys can say to just like open up the communication. It's like, hi, how you doing? And I hear he's not that far off, but for some of you all, it's like, they said 5 states over. And I'm hearing like, this funny little question. It's like, what would you do if we decided that it was Halloween dress-up time and we didn't wait till November or December to celebrate a holiday together? And so it's like, who would you be? And who would I be if we got together like this? And it's like, I'm seeing you like dressing up like Romeo and Juliet or something, or it's like you're picking like the couple that you would dress up like. You're gonna know if that's for you or not. But this Lamante, she is being encouraged here because there's somebody that's a good match here. That's a good dance partner for you. He's somebody that's going to be able to keep step with you. I'm hearing he does root work too. Maybe you're like a yogi or a yogini. Maybe you're somebody that practices that, but seeing her like doing some root work here. She's by the tree. She's in her red. He's got his red grounded color. He's sitting on the rocks. You know, he's doing things that are artistic. And he's protected. He's in a, like, he's kind of surrounded in a protected area. And I'm hearing you have a lot in common with this person. And that if you know that, it's like, they're saying social media might be a really good way to just like strike up conversation easy, where it's just like you can just like leave little messages here and there. And I'm hearing though, keep in mind, whoever is watching you, there's some jealous person here. And so I think you're probably going to get a kick out of this too, because you might have had to block this fool, but I'm hearing that it's like you're going to be surprised with how their like frown might actually make you happy sometimes. And whatever, you know, sometimes we get kicks like that, right? You know, especially if somebody's been nasty to you in the past or kept you hanging on. And I'm hearing you might have been crying over this one too, Gemini. So I'm not saying take cheap shots on somebody, but I'm saying, hey, is it a bad thing if you feel good knowing that you were worth it, and that now if somebody was trying to string you along and you have something better, that other person is ho-humming? I don't think that's anything to feel bad about. It's kind of like, lesson learned, right? So for some of you all, this is about that crossing. It's that changing the guard, and it's like as soon as you drop that mess, it's like this other thing is like right there, and you have space for it. Let's see what we have showing up and how it will develop. All right, so somebody's going to be grieving it. And that's Ilvidovo. Some of you are going to be happy about this. You might be leaving a marriage. I'm hearing that some of you, this is your impetus. You're like, there he is. Dun, 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 dun. Ha ha. But there's also other implications too, because seeing like a manipulative person, somebody that might be unbalanced, that, you know, it's like, who wound up in there, right? So don't want to be a harbinger of bad news, but somebody may have passed. Somebody may be grieving something. And I'm hearing for some of you, if this is about your new love relationship, you might need to know that that third party is definitely going to be feeling the pain here. And they're grieving this relationship big time. I don't like leaving it like that here. I'm going to leave this part here, and let's see what we can find out about Ilvidovo. Maybe get like 3 more cards on that one before I do anything else, because it just feels weird to leave it on here, Jeff. What do we need to know about this Ilvidovo? All right, Gemini. Angel spirits, guidance. What do we need to know? Help my Gemini out. So this is a card of cheerfulness, alegria. These are people that you can go out and have drinks with. They might just be there for fun. So Speedy, this is somebody who's most likely lamenting the ship that sailed and that might not come back. And La Lettera, and I'm hearing for some of you, that's what you needed to know right there, so that you can take the time to send that message, that text, or whatever. And I'm hearing for some of you, it might just be this person trying to reach out just because they see that you've moved on. Let's see what our romance angels are saying about love and romance for those of you who are interested in that. This kind of sounds like it has a lot to do with love and romance, but for some of you all, this is like weird, jealous family situations and things that I'm hearing about people that don't know what to do when they see somebody come into their own, especially if there's like money and potential relationships involved after they've been turned away. Yeah, that one just came up. All right, but what do we need to know about love and romance? Let your friends help you. Ask for and accept support from others. So, Gemini, you might need to talk to somebody about what it is that you're planning, especially if there's a strategic move involved with a love partner here. I'm hearing you guys might have some friends in common. They're saying friends. I'm seeing like 1, 2, 3 adults here, 2 kids, 3 kids. Or is that an adult? Like an adolescent? There's several people here in this card, and you know, maybe you were being deceived in another relationship, but I'm hearing you might have some good people to reflect on with this, and that it might not be a bad thing to even reach out to somebody just like this here on social media, especially if there might be a mutual attraction or somebody that's in your vicinity, and you know, you might be able to reach out to them for something, especially if they were maybe kind of like in a friend way, because I'm hearing for some of you all that's kind of how accessible this person is. They might be somebody that's like lovable, love-worthy, but you didn't have that past with them, and I'm hearing it's just somebody that you can actually talk to in a friendly way. So hopefully that's helpful. I'd love to know if it is. I love your comments, and hit me with a thumbs up if you liked the reading. If you really liked it, subscribe, and if you'd like one of your own with just your own energy on it, Gemini, feel free to hit me up at artoflove.me. I'd love to take a look for you. And yeah, if I don't hear from you, take care. God bless. We'll catch you again when we're back for another reading.